Yo. What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Izzy the Chosen One, back at it again with another YouTube video. And basically today, y'all really gotta start being more consistent and focused and really locked in with your goals. It's grinding season. A lot of people don't want to really grind for what you got to get in this life, but it takes a lot, man. It takes a lot of sacrifice of time, spending time with the boys, bro, hopping on the game. You know, I love to play the video games, man, but it's the consistency. And on top of that, you should be playing your part in the game too. You feel what I'm saying? You can't just overnight get success, bro. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go home, study so you can learn this skill, so you can elevate to that next level. And if you have to work 2 jobs, go by all means work those 2 jobs, bro. Work the 2 jobs. It's not gonna hurt you. All it's gonna do is put money in your bank account. Isn't that what the songs say? I got M's in my bank account. Look at bro, he's got all the bitches on his thing. Don't you want that for yourself? Is that not something that you deserve? Because by all means, you definitely deserve it. I deserve it. We all deserve it. But none of it is gonna happen if you're not putting in any of the work. If you're missing a day at the gym, missing a day to study, you know you gotta be studying, bro. You gotta put your head in them books so you can develop a brain and a mindset that's gonna elevate you to that next level. Not just mentally, but financially. The most important one we all know is finance. So it's when are you gonna get off of your ass? Stop being such a crybaby. I know you want to cry deep down, because this shit is hard. Ain't nobody say it was gonna be easy, bro. But you gotta lock in. That's when, don't it say it in the Holy Scriptures, bro? God, he was talking to Job when Job was saying, why me, God? Why me? And God had said, why don't you gird your loins and become a man? He said, be a man. Well, that's what you got to do, bro. And if that involves working 2 jobs in order to pay the rent and put food on your table, then that's what you got to do. That is what you have to do. It is no days off, bro. Especially when you're grinding, when you're in the grinding stage, it is no days off. You need to be grinding at all times, bro. It's the only way you're gonna grow and develop. You should be chasing this growth all the time. Because you don't want to stay in that negative environment. You gotta get out of that negative environment. That negative environment is trying to turn you into what they are. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be selling drugs and all this stuff like all these other people, man. They think that that's where the big money is at, but I'm telling you, it's not. The big money is working on yourself, developing a character. But the only way that any of that is gonna happen is if you put in the effort and show up every day consistently on a consistent day-to-day basis where you're building your foundation, so the people who you want to reel in, they might want to buy a product from you, you know, just because of your swagger, just because of the way you carry yourself, just because you that guy. That's what these people don't be understanding, bro. You know, you want that bad chick. Well, that bad chick comes with a price. That's why you got to be making that manions. Look at that vet. Oh, man, that thing was... You heard how I just said that, bro? Look at the vet. Ooh, man, that thing looks sick. Almost like I kind of got turned on from that shit. Which is like, hey, bitches get the same fucking emotion. But he done put in so much work in order to get the Corvette. I don't know what he looked like, but his work ethic is definitely admirable, regardless of his age. To get that car is that type. That's the type of car where it don't matter who you are. You do this. You know what I'm saying? You do this just to stare at it, like a bitch with a big old booty. Yeah, you know. That's just the effect that it has, because it's rare. And that's why you gotta be consistent with your diet, be consistent with your training, be consistent with your studying, be consistent at showing up at your job so you can make the bread. That's the foundation, bro. Your job is the foundation. Everything else is secondary. You gotta make sure that that rent is paid and everything's all good. And that's why I say, why don't you take the time out of your day to study and learn a skill that's gonna increase your pay and hopefully free up some more time, so you can put more time into the things that you actually want to do and actually make money from. But at the end of the day, that's up to you, brother. People want it easy, want it so easy, but trust me, bro, this is not easy. Consistency is what differentiated me from the others. People would be eating, you know, the burgers. You know, that's actually how I started my fitness journey. I was working in the fast food. I seen how they made it, and it just turned me off. It disgusted me watching making the food, bro. I couldn't even eat it. And boom, I went from 265 to like 160 something in the span of 3 months, bro. Just because of consistency and fasting. I would fast all the time. I would go 2-3 days fasting, 4 days fasting, 5 days fasting, 7 days I didn't eat nothing. that's how you lose the weight. At least in those beginning stages. Now I know about diet. That was before I knew about the diet, bro. I was in Burger King, bro, eating Whoppers. That was all the food that I knew. I was like, man, this is just food. This is what it is. This is life. But it's not. That's not life. That's what they want you to think. They want you to be stuck, just as the Burger King worker. But the moment you evolve and level up and change, then it's a problem. Because you're not like them anymore. And you're not what the Matrix wants you to be. You're not like the brainwashed surrounded you, but you're not what the people who are brainwashing you want you to be. So the brainwashed people feel bad that you're elevating. That's why they talk shit. The people who are doing the brainwashing also feel some type of way. So that's when you gotta grow a pair of testicles and say, man, fuck everybody. Say, fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then the moment you do that, bro, you will be free. Anyways, YouTube, it has been your boy Izzy the Chosen One. Make sure y'all leave a like, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button. And take it easy.